Welcome to another episode of Married with Video Games. I'm your host, Matthew.
I'm your host, Christina.
And I made my wife play Death's Door.
Okay, this is our spooky episode, so we gotta play the spooky music.
I think this is like not the actual intro.
Yes, it is. I'm on the OST.
Is that the actual intro music?
I don't know.
Now I'm confused.
It's from the... Don't make me look dumb on our podcast.
Hey, man, listen. I guess that is this official OST, but I thought it was... You're right. It's right here.
What do you want me to go to? I've
Just
also
YouTube.
got The Crows, Hall of Doors, Demonic Forest Spirit, Lost Cemetery. What does the Lost Cemetery sound like? Play.
Oh, see, that's pretty creepy right there.
Okay, so we don't get, copyright infringement.
For our free podcast.
For our free podcast that we do in our spare time for fun for like 7 listeners.
All 7 of you, we really appreciate it. Don't
We
copyright
love you.
strike us, please.
Please don't report us. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. But if you want to sponsor us, Death's Door, and everyone else, we'll take the monies. We like the sponsorships.
Death's Door was a fun game. It was not super creepy, but the theme fits spooky season because we're not going to beat Alan Wake in 5 days.
No,
so.
and I probably will start Callisto Protocol and never finish it, is my assumption. Well, because once you beat Sea of Stars,
Yes.
which is hopefully soon.
I think I'm over halfway. I have all the characters now. That's good.
I thought there were 6 of them. Do you have 5 or 6?
I have 5.
I think there's
Are
a
there
6.
6?
I think there's a 6 total.
Okay, then I think I'm over halfway. Well, I just got number 5 last night.
And so she's doing things with stuff.
Yeah, we're basically burning time until Alan Wake. We also finished Death's Door like 3 weeks ago. And
We just say this is our spooky podcast.
Yeah.
There's a spooky area in Sea of Stars, so that kind of counts.
But I'm not going to finish that in time. This is
know.
thematically, this fits spooky season.
That is very true. All right, I'll do a synopsis and then we can just dive on in.
Okay.
So I said, you are an immortal reaper and a crow. Set out on your job to recover a soul that is past its prime. While hunting, you become mortal temporarily, and unfortunately, you lose your soul. You lose that soul. I don't know what I wrote here, but it was not good. It is sent into a door called Death's Door, which is locked tight. Now, to open the door and recover that soul, you must collect 3 more overdue souls and put them in so you can retrieve the soul that you lost, and otherwise he stays mortal and ages and dies.
Correct.
So that's the reason why, at least the beginning of the story, what you're doing. And failed to mention that someone steals the soul from you. An old crow steals it from you rather than...
Yes, because he lost a soul himself, and he was
Yes.
trying to get out because he's large and old and grumpy.
Yeah, he's an old crotchety crow. So there's that. Death's Door was released on Xbox and PC in July of 2021. Later in November of 2021, it was released on the Switch and PlayStation platforms. We played it on the PS5, and I told her to caw up some reviews, Little Crow.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that one.
It was pretty good.
That was pretty creative on my part for that one.
Yes. Our dog is very sad outside. Now he's
Well-
laying down.
It's his weather. He can be okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Metacritic. 85 from critics. 8.0 from users.
Okay, yep.
IGN positive. And I pulled these like 3 weeks ago, so I don't remember why I pulled these. So
Oh.
we'll find out together.
We're learning. We're figuring stuff out.
IGN positive. While friendly faces in these lands are few and far between, the comedic timing of the few allies I met were a mood-lightening counterpart to combat and the gloomy undertones of my soul-reaping task. I'm not exactly sure why there's a seafood shop run by a giant squid strapped to the back of a dead guy, or why he's trying so hard to convince me he's just a normal living human with a cool backpack. But I appreciate his commitment. It's equally amusing to have a friendly gravedigger give a short eulogy after I claim the soul of each boss. Death's Door is keen to remind you that your task isn't an easy one, and even if your targets become corrupted as they sought desperately to live forever for their own reasons, they're still worth paying your last respects to. As I uncovered these mysteries behind this land of undeath, I began to appreciate what Death's Door had to say about the hidden dangers of seeking immortality and its quiet pride on accepting the inevitability of death. I really did enjoy that shop with the giant octopus.
He was very
pretending
funny.
to be human. Like, I don't understand what the point of it was.
It was very, very funny, though.
And I really thought it was going to be like a plot point later on. And it wasn't.
Nope. I like the guy with a soup pot for a head.
Yeah, the grandson of the crazy pot witch.
Yeah. The Studio Ghibli witch.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. Attack of the Fanboy for the negative. It was kind of hard to find negatives for this one, even though...
You had to find a site that most people don't know of.
I know.
Or maybe it's really popular and I'm
I've heard of
insulting
it.
the fanboy, and so I apologize, Mr. Fanboy.
Mr. Fanboy. You're going to know.
Or Mrs. Fanboy.
That's true.
Is this Jake Baldino in disguise?
It could
'Cause
be.
I'll be upset with him if
This
it
is his side from Game Ranks.
His side from his own channel and Game Rank.
One day he's going to stumble upon this podcast and think we're obsessed with him, which we are.
We are. He's the Italian stallion, and
I did tell him that on Twitter, and he did respond.
So he needs to. He does need to be on here sometime. The end. He has to fly out here for it though, because we don't have.
He's not that far. He's only in New York.
It's a drive.
Yeah, that's true. Attack of the Fanboy negative. My next major point of contention is circling back to there being no map or guide points to really help navigate the world. I get that it's supposed to be up to me to keep track of everything in the game and quote-unquote explore. However, there are so many areas I probably missed within this game as I had no hint or reason to explore beyond what I thought was the path to the next dungeon or area. Having a map does cause players to use only the map to get around, but if done in the right way, can give the incentive to explore these undiscovered areas, quote-unquote, on the map and lead to players seeing more of the game world. That is my number one complaint about this game. I had such directional imbalance in this game where, like, when you die, you go back to, is it the last
door?
The last door that you went through?
Yeah, unless it's like a boss, I think.
Yes. And so you'd have a decent way to make it through to wherever you had died. And most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, I just turn to you and I'm like, you tell me where you need to go, where I need to go. Like, I had no idea how to get back to wherever I was. And there was no, like, mini map or map whatsoever. And I just had no directional sense in this game. And I don't know why.
I directed you pretty well.
You did. You were very good. But you're also the gamer.
You're the gamer.
I mean, I am also a gamer. But, like, I don't know. My brain could not wrap my head around it. I would have enjoyed, like, a mini map.
I felt that the areas were iconic enough that it wasn't necessary, and maybe that's just from all the time I play games that the pathways were recognizable. I'm really, really, really good at those mazes where you look on the sheet and you have to draw your way through it. And this
menu, sir, please.
Yeah, and this one here kind of felt like
it
that.
did.
It felt like you had to draw your way through a maze. And it was easy for me to click. The forest area was a little difficult.
With the spiders?
No, the one where you're chasing the frog. Before you get to the frog's domain,
yes,
forest where you have to get the horn for that one's a little confusing.
Yes.
But the rest of the areas were fine. I didn't find any issue with any of it.
My brain could not wrap around. Like, if I hadn't made it through, like, the first mini boss, so I was still kind of in, like, the opening area of the world, I wasn't bad figuring it out. But, like, once I went past that, my brain just, like, shut off on where to go.
I have an objective for you.
No.
I need you to look up when Tunic came out versus this one. Or is that a comment?
Side note that Tunic came out in 2022.
Okay, so this was there.
This was first.
No, I don't remember. Did you have trouble figuring out Tunic? Because there was no mini map there either, was there?
There was a little bit in Tunic, not as badly.
Tunic made you a map, but it didn't place any icon where you were.
Correct.
I remember that now. So you could find map pieces.
Tunic, I had a little bit of an issue with remembering where to go, but seriously, I don't know why I struggled so hard in this game to figure out where to go or where I had been or get back to somewhere where, like, we'd get an item, whether it's like the fire or the hook shot, and it's like, oh, now I can go back to that one place that had the statue to get more health. And you'd be like, you go back there, and I'll be like, I kind of remember seeing it. It didn't stick in my brain, even though I loved this game and had a ton of fun with it. So yeah, that's my complaint about the map. I would have liked a small map, please.
Your complaint is not recognized.
That's
in this
fine.
house.
It's been published for several years.
No, I can understand why it's confusing. I just, for whatever reason, everything kind of clicked for me in this one.
Yeah.
It made sense. I've been lost in games before, and I didn't feel very lost in this one.
Well, you've played a lot of, like, the roguelite. It's the roguelite? Is that,
in a way, it's just not quite roguelite. Roguelite.
I'm just kind of thinking, like, did Dead Cells do this, or was it, what was the one we played after we had our child? The Axiom Verge.
Axiom Verge.
Where, like, the map built out around you.
It was the same map, but you unlocked it as you went, basically.
Yeah, that would have been enjoyable in this game.
I can see that. It wasn't necessary because I could recognize icons on the map and where things were in relative state of mind of where it was afterward.
Okay.
I also helped that I played it a while ago, too. Mm-hmm. I didn't play through the whole thing, but I played a good portion of it. Mm-hmm. I played through the Froggy boss.
Yeah, you went there first.
Yeah, so no, I did the witch and...
Oh, and the frog?
I never got to the witch boss. I get to the frog boss because as soon as I got the fire spell, I left the witch's area.
Oh, you did say that.
And I went to the frog. I did the entire frog area, and then I went back. So...
Yeah, I think you stopped playing because I yelled at you because you told me this was going to be a game you were going to make me play.
I did stop playing, but then it took you how many years to play it after that point?
Well, it was free for PlayStation Plus Essential Tier members, so...
Yeah, that's when you played it. This game is a love letter to Zelda and Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah.
Challenging gameplay once you learn the anime mechanics, but it's all put in this stylized, over-the-top view like a Zelda game. But you can roll around. It's a faster-paced game than old-school Zelda. But there's items that you can upgrade. There's hidden paths and platforms to find, and lots of stuff to collect.
Yeah, there's random trinkets that you find, and as you find them, they'll appear on your desk back at headquarters.
And I think it helps unlock the true ending of the game, which we never did.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a true ending.
Yeah, there's an ending. So once the game's over, once you do the boss, you know how you can keep exploring. You have to find all the trinkets, and you have to plant all the seeds.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
But that gives you whatever the true ending is, because I think you can kill the Gravekeeper then.
Oh, but I kind of liked him.
Yes, but
he was so nice giving the little eulogies.
He's the one that wants to pass on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because you do fight him, and he's like, "Go ahead," and then he's like, "Oh, I'm still here. Try again. Oh, I'm still here."
Yes.
He was very sad.
He was like, "Oh, I've been here for a while. I guess that's just how it is." Do.
I'm all depressed.
I'm all depressed. But this really had a lot of those vibes. And Tunic took some keys from this game and Zelda, and I feel, and kind of took it a little bit of a step further. This game at least explained the mechanics to you, whereas Tunic doesn't explain anything.
Tunic throws you in. I think, had I played this first, I know I liked Tunic, but I think I would have liked Tunic even more if I had played this one first, because they're both in the same vein of games.
Yep.
But playing Tunic first, I still really enjoyed this game a lot. Yes. So it worked out.
This game, for me, I think the musical score is what made me like it so much.
Okay.
It had a centralized theme on the music, but they changed it ever so slightly for bosses, for different things, and it would really resonate well. That opening title that she played, I still don't remember that. I thought it was slower for the opening title. That's why
we could go reload it on the PS5.
But I thought the theme was slower. Anyway, that do that song, but they replay it. But one time, one of the bosses is electric guitar.
Yes, that one was insane, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and running through, I felt like the bosses, other than the Yeti boss.
Oh, that Yeti boss sucked.
were not overly difficult. The last boss was tough, but once you made it through the gauntlet to the final fight, you didn't have to go through the gauntlet again. So it's 3 phases: the initial phase, the gauntlet phase, and then the final fight phase, which was each of them are broken up into separate phases as well.
Yeah, I initially thought I was going to have to, like, if you died, replay the entire thing, but you get through, like, the first 3 phases, and then it starts you at phase 4, which is all the running. I got stuck on that one for a little bit. I think we ended up turning it off one night, and I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow when it's not this close to bedtime and I'm not angry. And I ended up beating it the next night because you were like, you're going in too hot for one of the times you have to go in and slash him. And I needed to just wait after his 2 slashes. It was seriously you with any Dark Souls boss. Like, you get in the groove and then you're suddenly not in the groove and then you get back in the groove.
Yeah, you have to slow down a lot in Dark Souls. In this game, you are a button masher in a lot of games, and you had to slow down, and for you that was tough. But your dodging was on point on one of the runs.
Cult of the Lamb really helped me with my dodging.
Yeah, Cult of the Lamb did some good work for you there.
Returnal really helped you doing... I don't even know how to describe that and Nier Automata, however you actually pronounce it.
It's Automata, but I always say Automata.
Yeah.
It's not correct.
No, that's fine. But, like, you playing those 2 games helped you, like, be so much better at, like, other games not in that vein.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The dodging, the timing, all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Returnal especially.
Oh, man, Returnal. That was a lot of fun, but yeah.
Returnal was one of the most satisfying games ever, and one of the most disappointing stories I've ever had. Mm-hmm. But graphically and gameplay wise, mind-bogglingly good. I loved it. Anyway, back on topic.
Back to Death's Door.
So I found, watching you play, you redid the Ernwich 1 fight. You beat the frog on the first go.
The frog was the easiest.
The frog was also the closest to an actual Zelda boss for me.
Yes, I felt he was very much a Zelda boss, which is why I had no issues.
Yeah, it was find his pattern, wait for the thing, hit him 3 times, he flips back and repeats and kind of switches it up slightly when you get through it, go farther in.
Yeah, because he starts taking away your platforms that you stand on, and then you have to hit the glowing thing on his back when he turns around to reset the platforms after you hit him 3 times. Like, it was not hard at all.
Yeah, once you figure that out, it's just a plain get through the thing. That wasn't so bad. The Ernwich, it's similar ideals pattern. It took you a couple tries to get her pattern down, and once you did, you beat her on that the first try after you figured it out.
Yeah, second or third try for her. And the Yeti
took you forever.
I ended up Googling it, like, what the heck do I do? And one place said use the daggers instead of the sword for your weapon. And that did seem to help because you could get an extra slash.
Hit him at a distance. Fireball spell.
Yes.
And we upgraded your fireball spell too, and that helped a lot.
Yes. So I had notes because I think you skipped down more towards the end.
I did. So
that's fine.
You can jump back.
So you get 4 different abilities in this game. You start with arrows.
Yep. Those are, you already have arrows too, right?
Yeah.
You start with them.
Yes. Fire.
Yep.
Bombs.
Yep.
And the hook shot. And then you have the ability to upgrade each of those one time you take on, like, a knight.
A special boss
in a certain area.
You getting the fire one, I think the fire one was actually supposed to be the last one you get.
And I did it first. He was the hardest out of all of them.
Yeah, you did him first, and that was the hardest one to do. Or was it the arrow upgrade that was the hardest? You got fire first, and then you did the arrow one, and the arrow was the hardest.
I don't know. I feel like I did the hardest one first.
Yeah, because he was a combination of all of them.
He was. Yeah, because I killed all the other ones. I'm like, why were these so easy? And then you looked up and you're like, yeah, you weren't supposed to do them in that order.
I mean, you can.
You can.
There's nothing stopping you, but
it's just harder.
Yeah, you just made it harder on yourself. But you did really well because it made all the other ones really simplistic.
Yes. And the other thing I liked about this game is that you collect souls, much like a Dark Souls game. But when you die, you don't have to go back and collect them wherever you died. You keep them, you just die and start over at the nearest door, which was very nice.
Yeah, you keep all your souls.
And then you exchange the souls for 4 different upgrades. It's
damage dealt,
Increased strength, speed, dexterity.
Like dexterity is in terms of your attack speed and your dodging.
And your dodging, and then magic.
Yeah, how much magic damage does.
Yes.
And then you can collect life vials and kind of like hearts in Zelda when you collect 4 pieces.
Of heart.
But you also have it for your magic ability because your magic refills every time you melee hit something.
Yes.
And then it'll drain a certain amount based on the spell type when you use it. So you have 3 or 4 to start with. I think it's
3.
4. Is it 3? No, it's 4.
It's 4
because there's
you could get 6
up
total.
to 6 total.
Yeah.
And then when you use one, it takes a slot away. And then when you hit something melee wise, it refills. So it's a risk reward kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then your upgrades, the fire upgrade was the best one because it actually set things on fire and did damage afterward.
Yes.
I think that was your most used spell.
Oh, for sure. And the hook shot was cool once you got it because then you would be like, well, now I want to go back to this area where there was a hook shot thing because now I know I can get there.
Yeah, I liked going back and exploring a little bit, and I felt like you put a lot of time into going back and exploring areas where you usually, when you play a game, you're kind of like, I'm just going through the story.
Yeah, once I beat the final boss, I think you either went to play Baldur's Gate Online or went to D&D, and I'm like, I might try to play and see if I can find more hidden areas, and I think I played for another 7 minutes and was like, I'm good.
Yeah, once you beat it, you beat it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel with a lot of games, too. Mm-hmm. What did you think? We're not going into review, like, actual scores yet. But
No.
how would you hold this one up to Tunic? Like, this one, or, like, if you had to play one again all the way through, which one would it be? And not because you'd recently, just, like, as a whole vibe.
I would probably play this one again.
You like this one a little bit more?
Yes, it was, I don't want to say it was easier, but it was more intuitive. Tunic seemed like it was more for the hardcore gamers that like always wanted Zelda to be a hardcore game.
The really old school Zelda,
Yes.
like original Zelda, where
Yes.
you had to figure out.
They just throw you in.
Yep.
Which I did still like Tunic. I was going to look up our list of, oh my goodness, master list of game rankings. What did I do for Tunic? I gave Tunic a 9.
Oh, okay, that's still pretty
I mean,
good.
I did really enjoy Tunic, but if I had to play one of them over again, it would probably be Death's Door. And not just because when you stand still as a crow or when someone's talking to you, you have like the movements of a bird. And it's just super cute.
So I like that. I really, really like the Studio Ghibli art style that they chose for this game.
This one just had a really good vibe. I want to say Tunic also was a little too on the nose with being and looking like Zelda.
Yeah, you're instead of a human or an elf, you're a fox.
You're a fox wearing a green tunic with a hat.
Yeah,
but like even the art style was kind of like Link's Awakening-esque, like the redone Switch version almost.
Yes. It was much harder.
So much harder than Link's Awakening.
I liked with Tunic, I should say, and with this game, that there was still enough mystery. I did like the art style better in Death's Door, though. Just the art style in general had this really nice and almost borderline anime feel to the bosses.
Yes.
I mean, anyone who doesn't know Studio Ghibli, Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
Miyazaki, I think, is the director for
Princess Mononoke is another
Princess
one, too.
Mononoke. Yep. There's a lot of really good. If you haven't watched any of those movies, they're really good. I think it's Disney anime. Isn't it? I think it's Disney owns Studio Ghibli. Maybe they don't.
I don't think so.
I thought they did. I thought they did something with them. Maybe they don't. And I'm talking out my booty here.
Parent organizations are Nippon TV and Tokuma Shoten.
Okay, never mind. I am completely
Studio
wrong.
Ghibli owned by Disney. Certain Studio Ghibli films were distributed by Disney internationally, but never owned by the company.
That's why I thought so.
Yes, that's literally the second question on Google.
Because you see, that's why I thought that. Okay, so
No, it's not just you. That is
okay. So I wasn't completely unfounded in that question.
You were not. So once you open Death's Door, I guess spoiler alert for plot points.
Yeah, at this point, 4 years old.
Yeah,
okay.
so you go through Death's Door with the Old Crow. Isn't that a band? Old Crow Medicine Show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do Wagon Wheel. Darius Rucker.
It took you a couple times to fight the old crow.
Yeah, so he basically goes crazy because you go in and you meet Death, who I loved because he's just a sad emo boy in a hoodie. Mm-hmm. And he's been stuck in there forever. And he's basically like, yeah, if souls come through here, they're just kind of vaporized. They no longer exist. They're no longer a thing.
They're returned into the ether, basically.
Yeah, basically. And so the old crow loses his mind and you have to fight him. But you rescue Death.
Yeah, and the cycle of life returns. That's why everything's immortal.
Yes.
And can live forever because Death was stopped from doing his job by a door, like the door lord.
The Lord of Doors.
Lord of Doors. It's Mark 4 of him or 5 or whatever.
Yeah, 4 or 5. You meet him after I think you defeat the first boss, and
he congratulates you.
He's
very
just
funnily.
like, oh, congrats. We'll talk to you later, and like leaves. And I'm like, I'm gonna fight him in the end, aren't I?
Mm-hmm. And you sure did.
Sure did. And he has like 9 phases, which we kind of already talked about.
He was a wild boss.
He was like, it wasn't terrible once you figured out the timing. Again, it was just like a Dark Souls boss. Yep.
So ignoring Souls games for a second. Ignoring the Souls games for a second. Let's just strictly focus on our other beloved series that we mention all the time in Zelda.
Yes.
As Breath of the Wild influenced the open world genre, the old school, over the top, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, really how it influenced this genre of games.
Like the original Zelda?
The originals. Not I wouldn't say, well, the original Nintendo kind of hit Tunic more than this one, but I'm saying like Link's Awakening, Link to the Past 2.
More of like the, I don't want to call them dungeon crawlers, but like...
Even Wind Waker, I feel like, in a way, has... This game took art style a little bit, but it took that old school genre and how much influence I feel like those old Zelda games had on this one.
For sure. Yeah, I can see that.
And so the only difference is you didn't really have quests. You kind of had quests. You're like, you have to go do this, to do this, to do this. That was your quest. Mm-hmm. Whereas this one, it's similar feel. You have to do this, to do this, to do this. But it's the same movement style. It's a little faster pace. It's been very updated. But the influence is just right in your face.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a game like that, I think of Zelda.
Yeah.
I don't think of other games. I think of Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda has just been so influential.
And that really, like, Death's Door, I mean, the Soulsborne series, it's written all over it, too. A lot of people were like, we can merge these genres and make something special, and it has worked, in my opinion.
Death's Door was a ton of fun.
It really was a beautiful game. The music was excellent. The art style was good. Everything about it. Our dog is barking.
I don't know what he's barking at, but he's getting up.
Mm-hmm. So... We've had games like Axiom Verge. We've had games that had that movement around the platformer feel that we were playing. That's Hollow Knight.
Oh, yeah.
And those are all like, they all are influenced from that Castlevania genre vein, that Metroid vein. Mm-hmm. This one for me is the same thing. It's Zelda, like all the old school games, you just see the influence on the people's sleeves, and they really took passion. And it's its own game. Let's be fair. It's not Zelda. It's not a Zelda.
You're not going to
clone.
play this game and go, oh my God, this is Zelda.
Yeah, this
not
is Zelda
at all.
clone. No, but you see all the influences written all over it, and I really commend them for taking something that I care about, that I can see written all over it, and making such a beautiful game on top of it. So that's what I feel, at least when I watched you play it, and even when I played it, that's like, I had really nice, good vibes coming from it.
I like that my phone just sent me a thing of edit your 7 a.m. alarm for Columbus Day. That is a bank holiday phone. I do not get that off.
Yeah, settle down, bank. Settle down, phone.
Phone.
All right, infamous question. If you have any context, what's your score? Or would you like mine first?
I would like yours first.
8.5.
Okay.
I would 8.5. I would even say 8.5 to I would say to a 9, but I give it like just out of the gate 8.5. I really like it. I really liked when I played it. I thought everything was good. I thought that some of the things were so much more difficult than other things that it was a little unbalanced, is how I would put it.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
So for me, that's the only reason. But a 9 is not off the table for this game. I just didn't get my hands on it as much as you did to really feel that difference that you were feeling. But I could tell just by some of the mechanics that the bosses were so fundamentally different. Where I felt like the first two, the witch and the frog, were very close in vein, and it wasn't that frustrating.
No.
Where the Yeti was incredibly frustrating for you.
Yeti.
And then the last boss, the gauntlet, was really frustrating to you.
The crow wasn't bad, so it was like almost every other boss.
The crow was a little bit harder, but I thought his difficulty spike was appropriate.
Yes.
Whereas I felt like the Yeti spike was not appropriate.
The Yeti was insane.
But I felt like the spike from the Yeti to the crow was appropriate after you had fought the Yeti, but it felt like such a leap to me. Mm-hmm. That's why I was giving it an 8.5. And I just feel like maybe they could have scaled it a little bit better.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe that's an unfair take, but I think that's how I felt about it.
Okay.
What's your score?
9.5.
Wow.
I was so close to a 10 playing this game, but I needed a map of some sort. That is my singular complaint. I guess, and also, yeah, some of the bosses were like insanely difficult, and some of them were like Zelda bosses. Like, oh, you just hit him 3 times and then he's dead.
Yeah.
I needed a map. I don't know why my brain could not wrap around, because every area you go to is its own unique thing. They're not that hard to navigate, and when I'm playing through it, it's fine. But if I have to go back and find something, I could not for the life of me figure out where to go. And we already harped on this for like 7 minutes, so I'm not going to keep harping on it.
I would like to point out real quick, though, that when she was in the actual office for the crows, she navigated that like a pro.
I know.
She could find her way around perfectly, even though it's the same kind of map setup. She's like, oh yeah, the door's up here. That's the place I got lost, was in the office. And you're like, nope, I need to go here, 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 here. Every time.
But in all the worlds, I'm like, I don't know how to get to the place where I just was.
I want to go to there.
That's my only complaint about this game. It gets a 9.5. Like, I had a lot of fun playing this game. If you haven't played a Souls-like game and you're kind of interested and you want to like dip your toes in the water, I would advise this one over Tunic.
Play this before Tunic.
Yes.
I think if you played this before Tunic, you would have had an easier time
with Tunic.
Yeah. But I think you did so well in this game because you played Tunic.
For sure.
So you had an idea of how to play these games.
Especially with the combat, too. And Cult of the Lamb helped with that, too, because a lot of these games are about, like, the dodging and the timing, which, again, I'm a button masher.
Cult of the Lamb, we should have played it not on the Switch.
Yes, I know. I was looking at our reviews for that.
What did we give that one?
You gave it a 6. I gave it an 8. And then notes... our rankings for it being on the Switch, you gave it a 3, and I gave it a 6.5. Yeah. Our poor old Switch.
Our Switch, I mean, even the new one probably would lag, though. It just lagged.
Probably
it wasn't even our Switch.
Well, and your main complaint with Cult of the Lamb was that it was doing too much and should have just stuck to, like, 2 of the 6 things it was doing.
It really did a lot. It's kind of our Dave the Diver thing. They just overextend.
They threw too much at it,
They threw too much at it, and... they did some stuff incredibly well.
Yeah.
But then they did too much.
Yes. Hey, you can play Dave the Diver on Switch.
It's really funny that I'm really excited for a Switch 2.
I know.
But I love my Steam Deck still. I love that thing. I've gotten a lot of use out of it.
Yeah, they're going to have some kind of flagship game to launch with the Switch too. I guess
there hasn't been a Mario in a hot time, other than the new old Mario that they just released.
Yeah, they're doing like different Mario games, but it's not like a Super Mario Odyssey 2.
It's not a mainline Mario.
It's Super Mario Brothers, not Wii, but that was the one I played a lot of. It's like the sequel to that one is coming out. There's the Princess Peach game. There's something else coming out. I think Mario turns into an elephant. That might be the Super Mario Brothers one.
Mainline games for a system are always a Zelda, a Mario,
Donkey Kong.
I haven't had Donkey Kong in a while.
Years.
But it would be but the 3 big ones for me are Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
A Zelda and a Mario are kind of like their big ones. Metroid would be another really good one if they came out with like the Metroid games they wanted to.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. Did the Wii launch with anything good? I feel like all we
Twilight
got...
Princess. Twilight Princess.
All we got with it was the freaking Wii Sports.
I think Twilight Princess
What
came out
games
on my
launched
birthday.
with
I played it on my birthday.
Wii. Nintendo Wii launch games. Oh, there's a fair amount of them. Hold on. Just give me a list. Agree and close. I don't care. Yeah, it was Twilight Princess. Why
Yeah.
did I not buy it immediately?
That's what I played. I remember playing that immediately.
Yeah. My brother graduated college, and the next day we got up and he was like, I want to go find a Wii. Like, I don't... And we were always like a Nintendo family, and we bought it at Circuit City.
There you go.
Is the last one they had. Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam.
Yeah, so they had games, but the big one was Twilight Princess.
Yeah, so...
Wii Sports and Twilight
But
Princess.
we just got Tears of the Kingdom, so unless there's a Super Mario Odyssey 2 coming down the pipeline...
I could see an update for Twilight Princess for a Switch 2.
That'd be interesting. Everybody wants like a remake of one of the Zelda games. Twilight Princess was good.
Yeah, I would like to see an updated graphical fidelity for... They probably would release a Breath of the Wild, Twilight, Tears of the Kingdom
Like
Master
Duo,
Edition.
yeah.
And then make it all one
Yeah.
seamless thing, which would be like 400 hours of gameplay.
Oh, man.
And my wife would be like the nerd
Peace
gamer.
out.
She'd see the window. Oh, it's a nice day outside. Then go sit and play Zelda.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Well, we're at Gaming Marriage at Twitter, gamingmarriage@gmail.com. If you have any games you want us to play, especially a good short one, we'd take that because we have lots of stuff. Alan Wake 2, when it comes out, we will play and review that.
I will finish Sea of Stars within the next 2 weeks so that we can just slide into Alan Wake.
And then we know Spider-Man 2 comes out. We're going to wait on Spider-Man 2.
That'll be a Christmas time.
That'll probably be a Christmas one. I will play it. We'll get a review out for it, but it's going to be later on.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about Baldur's Gate a little bit. It's an amazing game. It's easily one of the best launched games I've played, and that's all I got for it.
Yeah, you're enjoying it a lot.
I'm still playing it, and I'm playing it in a group. I'm playing it by myself. I'm still replaying this game because I like it so much.
You have it on the Steam Deck, then you downloaded it on the PlayStation, then you got a new laptop and downloaded it through Steam there.
To be fair, I did buy the game twice, so that is fair, but I've been playing it. The nice thing, it's cross-play, so it goes between them, so it's not like I'm just...
That is really nice about it.
Have 50 different games. I have one online game and one of my personal games. So anyway, we'll see you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.